Speed that up a little.
Alright, ready?
Yep. You changed the settings, didn't you? You always want 3.
You don't always want 3.
3 sounds the best. Is it, what should I be on? Should I be on a little bit Super Rock?
Can't even hear what's going on.
What else do I know? I don't know if the word use is right, but like, if it didn't positively benefit me, I'm not doing it. I don't care how much it means to someone else. I was like 22 years old before that phase hit. This is the first phase of you actually seeing more of what's around you. The next phase out is understanding that whether people treat you good or bad, you still have to treat them a certain way to talk about. Like, the next stage out, we call it the family stage, but that's like, that's when you start realizing that how you treat others, like how they treat you should have absolutely zero effect on how you treat others. Because that says more about you than them, which is a hard concept again for kids. This one usually doesn't happen until like 25 to 28. Like if someone's an absolute jerk to me nowadays, like 10 years ago I would be like, all right, you're done. They're cutting you out of my life. If I have a cousin who is an absolute jerk to me, and then 3 days later the cousin calls me and is like, hey, I need you to come pick me up. They're family, we gotta do it. I don't like them, I don't wanna do it, but they're family, we gotta do it. And this one kind of blur together because family and responsibility are kind of similar ideas. But I mean, this one is almost like, this one's specifically for family members, that one's for everyone. So like, and not just people, that's like responsibilities. Like, I don't want to do a work yet, but I need to. I don't want to do this, but I need to. And sometimes these two can be flipped, especially if you have a really rough family life. That one might never happen for you. I have a pretty good family life. So like, that one happened for me before this one. Like I have 42 and a half sick days saved up. Because I have been here 5 years, and I have taken a total of like 7 sick days in 5 years. I did not have to come to school starting like March 12th. Could take the rest of the sick days. But like, who does that help? That helps me, I guess I should say, that helps me, but who does it hurt too? Us. It hurts the school, it hurts the students, it hurts my reputation. That's a big one people don't think about, because someday I might want to come back here and I don't want to be that guy. That's a very this kind of thought, where I guarantee a 22-year-old would be like, oh dude, I could be off in March and still get paid the same amount, I'm out. I wouldn't have at 22, for sure. If I could not go to work and make the same amount I could go to work, I would go to work.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, and then as you come out and out and out, the all stage, most people don't hit that until like 40, 50, 60 years old. But that's the stage where you start like, it sounds really morbid to think about this, but when people start realizing that their life is small in the grand scheme of things and everyone else's life is equally small, but like, it's like we all have very small impacts on the world. Most of us will not matter 300 years from now, we just won't. Which is scary, but also like, if that's true, then like, you got two options. You can either be as selfish as humanly possible and enjoy your go-around in this world, which is what a lot of people do, or you can try to make as big of an impact as you can. Those are your only two logical options. And I get, when I see people who are just absolutely selfish, trash humans, I get it. I shouldn't say trash humans. When I say, I think selfish is a very bad thing. I do, because like it hurts those around you. It just does. When I see people who are super duper selfish people, I totally get it, because if you only have one go round on this earth, you only get one, you're probably, none of you are going to live past 100, you're already 15, you're 10% done. You might be 20% done if you die early. 1/5 of your life might be gone. And in 200 years, probably no one's going to remember. So like, it makes sense. They're like, if I only have one go round, I can just do me as hard as I can. The problem with the selfish approach is like, yeah, it's going to be fun for a while. but like you're gonna have a lot of trouble keeping people around you. You're gonna have a lot of, like, it's people, as people age, people don't wanna be around that person. I don't wanna be around that person. So like, let's say all of us matter 1% in this room. All of us matter 1%, or just pick it 1%. We all matter 1%. If I focus on me, I'm improving the world by 1%. If I focus on all of you and I help all of you 0.5%, that's 3.5%. That's how older people start thinking. When you see grandma and grandpa, and they're like my grandma called me the other day, and she was insistent. She goes, I want to send you $100. I want you to take Jess to a movie and dinner. Grandma does not make a lot of money. I know how much money grandma makes. Because grandpa is a farmer, so he makes retirement, whatever. He's retired, and retirement's not a lot. And grandma makes Social Security. We probably make more than my grandparents do. Do they have a huge amount of money to be thrown around? No, but it's important to them to use what little they have left to help others. Because that's an age you're all gonna hopefully get there, or you're gonna die in one of these circles.
Jesus.
Well, y'all,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen to everyone. I'm gonna die too. We're all gonna die eventually.
I thought you pointed to the first two circles and said, I was like, bro, what?
Well, realistically, I mean, I'm a super late bloomer. I was in this circle till 22. I was probably in this circle till like 26, 27, 28. I didn't get these circles till like 2 or 3 years ago. And even then, like, I'm still learning about these circles. And I only even think about this circle because I have a really good relationship with my grandma who's been in this circle for 20 years. Like, I call my grandma every day and talk to her. I wouldn't have these kind of perspectives without someone like that in my life. I just wouldn't. Which is why you see some people with really rough home lives never leave this. Because they think, well, why would I care about anyone else if they're not going to care about me? Which is a totally valid thought, but what if everyone around you is having that same thought? I call that the open gym problem. You know why I call it the open gym problem? Do you remember open gyms? Not so much you guys, but the group before you, I would call people. I'd be like, hey, open gym, 6 p.m., who's in? And 7 texts back. Be like, how many you got? How many you got? I don't want to come if there's not a lot. How many you got? If all 7 of y'all would just come, we'd have 8 for sure.
Yeah.
So like that whole like, I'm not gonna care about someone else until they care about me. If every single person in this room has that attitude, no one's ever gonna care about anyone. Which I get, I do, especially at your age. You're not supposed to be thinking out here yet. So I don't want this to seem like I'm saying you guys. You're not supposed to be yet. Because you have to go through experiences. Owen, why are you such a good dribbler now?
What?
Why are you such a good basketball dribbler now?
I don't know.
Because how many turnovers do you think you have in your life?
Oh God, more than I have points.
Like 7,000 probably.
Yeah.
What did you learn from each turnover?
Yeah.
Same thing, that's all of life. You don't come out here without being here. You don't learn how to treat people without treating some bad along the way. And that's why that's why I try to say things to you, but also not judge, because I was in the same spot you were. I was a worse kid than most of you. I was a terrible, terrible kid. And now I like to think myself as a pretty good person. But it took me, I had to be a terrible person until someone helped me and got me out of there. I also had an amazing family support. I have amazing family. I have really good things around me. I have enough financial stability that I was allowed to fail out of college twice and still make it. Not everyone gets those opportunities. And we talk about support systems. The more people you have around you, the more they're going to pull you outward in this circle. Like, that's a pretty general rule. But they're going to pull you towards them, which is exactly why, like, gangs exist. Because, like, if you don't have a good family life, then that family circle is going to go away and a gang circle is going to replace it. Well, not always, but like if no one in your family is treating you with the respect you feel you deserve, and all of a sudden you got this gang member who's coming in and he's saying, oh yeah, we'll respect you, this and that, and this and that. Most gang members that do this circle to begin with, they're lying because they're showing this circle. But it feels like they're trying to get you to this circle. Because most of them, I'm not saying all of them, I'm sure there's good gang members stuff. Most of them would snitch in a second if it was you or their members. I also think it's super important that you realize this young. All these circles, this is where every single one of you and your coworkers will always be. Your boss and your coworkers will never leave that circle, ever, for as long as you live. It does not matter how much you give to your company. It does not matter how much you try. It does not matter how much of your own time, your friends' time, your family time you give up to help your company. They will stay here. If it's you or a dollar, they'll choose a dollar. Because they're a business. Every job I've ever been at that way. So your business people are not your friends. I specifically don't do business with friends for that reason. Because if it comes down to it, like Mason, if you were my employee, and it was cut you and your kids go hungry or my business goes under, sorry dude, your family, not mine.
Yeah.
Sorry, and they're like, I love you like a brother, man. No, you don't. Because if my sister genuinely, her kids were hungry, I would go hungry so her kids got them. Like if my sister's kids were hungry, I would go hungry to get food on their table. I would, in a second. But if my employees' kids were hungry, I don't know, Bob, that sounds like your problem, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's why I say family is so important, and not everyone, I don't know everything about family, because I grew up with two parents in a pretty nice house, in a pretty nice part of town, and visited my grandparents all the time. Sorry, I guess, like, I'm sorry if people don't have that experience, and family's not a circle for them, but I didn't live that life. I know that a lot of people don't live that life. I lived my life. But, like, family can be, it doesn't have to be, like, blood relation family.
Yeah.
Anyone you would feed before yourself, anyone you would go hungry for, anyone you would house, anyone you would do something for before yourself is a family member. Like that could be a cousin, that could be just a friend. Like I have people who are not related to me, who like if they genuinely needed me to, I would sell my car to feed them or something. You know, like I would give up stuff of mine to make sure they're good. That's a family member, whether they're blood related to you or not.
We just went through a whole like college psychology class.
Do some Nirvana.
You suck.
Hey, what's the best Nirvana song?
Yeah, that's also that's the best. That's the best Nirvana song.
I love
I like
Come As You Are. That's my favorite by
Although
far.
About a Girl is probably my favorite.
Smells like Teen Spirit's better.
No,
No, like those are good
Smells Like Teen Spirit goes hard, but like, Come As You Are is the best.
I don't know, bro.
That song is so good.
Matthew's just ruining it.
Everything sounds better in metal. Metal is the best music, just so you know.
Just do AC/DC like you were.
It doesn't sound good because it's too choppy.
Somebody start singing.
Yo, why was that actually close? Why was that actually close?
I don't know where to go from here, so I usually just hang out for a while. My song from Johnny Cash, "Super Dope," is "Hurt." You know that song?
Yeah, I can't remember the song.
Hey, play something of this movie.
I'm busy doing something awesome. No one has time for your stupid Burger King hack. All my roots, I showed up in the moose. He's good in concert. Stupid beat miners. Who plays, like, who saw a guitar and thought, I know, instead of making it easy, I'll make you have to press all of the strings in different spots at the same time with all your fingers? We'll just make it hard.
Somebody
A
better.
really good person.
What?
A really good person.
Really good. I just. You gonna tell me this doesn't sound super dope? Ah. I don't know that. Pretty cool though.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. Preston, I'm gonna kick your ass, bro. God dang.
You know what's really cool about
Oh my.
want to keep a rhythm. After you go, you want to see that? Look, come over there and show you how it's done.
I kinda wanna do it.